Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Still at Myrtle Beach. It is now Monday, January 6th, 2020. See, I even got the year right this time, which is helpful, right? So, just going to kind of, first of all, before I get into the topic of the video, I'm just going to show you down here how it is. Very, very pretty. The ocean's very calm today again. People are walking on the beach. Yeah, very, very cool. Okay, so, I don't know if I want to use the sun as a backdrop. That probably won't be so good. Interesting topic, and I wanted to discuss it. What happens if S.H.T.F hits the fan while you're on vacation? Somebody asked me that, okay? So I thought I would address that as a topic today, and I think it's an interesting thing. Not that we're all taking vacations all the time. As you guys know, this is our first vacation in about 5 years. So it's few and far between. But anyway, so what happens if a major S.H.T.F event happens while you're on vacation? Well, hopefully, if you're traveling, if you're driving by car, if you're not flying is totally different. But if you're traveling by car, hopefully you have some supplies with you. Hopefully you've planned for that just in case type of situation, and you've prepared a little bit that way. The other thing that I think is really important, and I've talked about this, guys, over and over and over again, it's that networking thing, right? So if you're networking with people, fellow preppers, and you're making those contacts, and I'm going to step in here, and you're making those contacts with fellow preppers, hopefully your network as you're traveling and you're getting a chance to meet fellow preppers and talk with them and stuff like that, you have an opportunity that if something goes south, that you can hook up and and work with them in that type of a situation. uh, you know like my friends in Washington D.C., they know if something goes down, that they if they can get out of there, they can come to me. If something went down and we were in that area, obviously we would be working directly with them at that point, getting to either their bug out location or getting back to ours. But that's the neat thing, the unique thing, I think, about YouTube and stuff like that, is that opportunity to connect and work with and meet like-minded people. And I'm going to tell you what, are there some crazies out there? Of course there are. Okay? In any walk of life that you get into, you're going to find crazy people. But for the most part, most of the people that you're going to deal with in the prepper community, from my own personal experience, are good, solid, down-to-earth people. They have, very like-minded, decent people. So I think that's really, really important, that making those connections. And again, the important thing to me is, if you make those connections with like-minded people before S.H.T.F happens, and you have that camaraderie, you have that common interest right off the top, and then you see if they can grow into a friendship and those type of things, which is awesome if it can. Okay. But the cool thing with that, if you can and do that, now you have this network of different people. Like, even, I'm going to give you an example. John and Patty, we sat down, over dinner, and we've talked and stuff like that. And and I was telling them, if something went down and you guys got run out of where you're at, you come to me and you know that you can be safe. And again, several reasons, several selfish reasons, okay? Safety in numbers. I know they're decent people too, on top of it, okay? And so I would have no problem welcoming them in, because they are decent people. So that is, really, really important. So, I mean, doing your getting to know people locally, I think it's important. If you can work with your neighbors, I think that's important. And again, you need to make those connections beforehand. But again, so if you're on vacation, you have talked with fellow preppers, like-minded people, and you meet them or whatnot and stuff like that. I'm very fortunate that I'm in a position where I talk to a lot of people all the time. So, I get to know people either through conversation and stuff like that. Like today, okay, we're leaving Myrtle Beach this morning, and we're going inland in South Carolina. I'm not going to tell you what town, but we're going inland in South Carolina today. And my buddy, Reese, who I've talked about many times, we're going to go there and we're going to spend a night there at his place, okay? I met him through YouTube many years ago, and I was still living in Greece at the time. And when we went on our last vacation and we had come down, we ended up going to his place first, and me and Eddie and Heather, and we spent a few days there with them. Now at that point, I had never met him in my life. We've been talking on the phone and stuff like that, and you would think, oh my God, how uncomfortable that would be. It wasn't. It absolutely wasn't. It was very, very relaxed. It was that brotherhood type of thing. It was family, realistically. And so we stayed there, and then we had come down here to Myrtle Beach because Josh was actually going to school at Coastal Carolina at the time, and that's my stepson. And so I think we spent like 3 days, something like that, down here at Myrtle Beach, and got to spend time with Josh and all that. And it was just great. It was nice to get away. We had a nice hotel room, and it was really enjoyable. So again, but connecting with people and talking with people, and do you have to put yourself out there to do that? Of course you do. Do you take a chance with that type of situation? Of course you do, okay? But if you never do that, you're never going to make any connections, okay? And the thing is, if something were to happen like I said, you're on vacation, if you have connected with people and you've reached out and you've talked with people, you're going to have people that are going to know, first of all, if they take you in, that you're going to be an asset to that group and help that group, okay? And those things are important. Those things are absolutely important. So, that's it was a great question that the person asked. I definitely think that's something that you have to think about. But again, YouTube is a great family of people. And when I talk about, like the Prep and Nurse One family, it is a family because there's so many of us and we're all over the place. And I've had also people say, oh my God, I wish I knew you were coming down. I would have liked to have gotten together. And I get that. I do. I really, really do. I was trying to kind of keep this, just a low-key vacation just to kind of get away. I talked to a few of the people that I know, and they were like, oh my God, come on down and hang out and that type of stuff. So that was very, very cool. And so, like I said, but that networking is very important that, that we do that. So I'm going to turn this around again, guys, just to show you this awesome view that we have here. And the sun is obviously coming up, so I'm going to turn it over this way so you don't have to stare into the sun. Actually, we'll turn it this way because that's a nice view down here. But anyway, connecting with like-minded people is such a smart thing to do. Networking, and that could save your life down the road. It really can. And not just necessarily if you were on vacation, but having like-minded people, that you can talk with and make plans with it and visit. And when that time comes, if something went down and you got run out of where you're at, it gives you many other options of where you could go. And because they already know you, know your character, know what kind of person you are, they will take you in and you'll work together. And the same thing would be reversed. Because they know you, if they got run out of where they're at, they can come back and they can, hang out with you. So anyway, I definitely want to hear your feedback on this topic. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Now, obviously, if you're traveling overseas, that's a whole different ball game. But again, it's networking even over there. If you know people overseas, like if I went to Sweden for say. I know people in Sweden. So, that, like I said, YouTube is a great way to connect with like-minded people. And absolutely you should take advantage of that, okay? So, but I definitely want to hear your guys' feedback. I want to hear what you have to say, what you guys think, all right? So anyway, guys, I am going to jump off of here because we're going to vacate the hotel. It's about 9:30 right now, and so we're going to get out of here, and we got some things we're going to do. We're going to do a little shopping while we're here, and then we're off to my other buddy's place. So anyway, guys, remember, we are all in this together, and I don't just say that. That's not a cliche. It's absolutely very, very true. Also remember, guys, to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So that's important as well. Also remember, guys, STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to accomplish, whatever you are trying to do, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from getting there is you. That's it. Nobody else can stop you, okay? I hope everybody has a great day. Be safe. Be smart. Stay positive, guys. That's really important. And choose to be happy, because it absolutely is a choice. All right? I will talk to you all later. Have a great day. Prepper Nurse 1 out for